When did the narcissist plan to manipulate your life? Have you ever replayed a relationship in your mind, wondering when the narcissist's true intentions took root? The reality of narcissistic manipulation. It's a shadow that creeps in from the very first moment. Let's unravel their tactics, expose their plan, and empower you to reclaim your life from their control. Why does a narcissist target you from the first encounter? Have you ever met someone who felt like a dream come true, only to later feel betrayed? That first moment with the narcissist, their warm smile, their attentive gaze, their magnetic energy, it felt like fate. Didn't it? But while your heart raced with excitement, they were scheming. They observe, they assess, they strategize. They notice when you smiled. They noticed when you softened. They noticed when you hoped. From that very first interaction, they weren't captivated by you. They were cataloging you, evaluating if you could fuel their ego's fire. You know that thrill, don't you? When you thought they truly understood you, that's when they began spinning their trap. A delicate lattice of lies woven around your desires. We've all felt that rush, haven't we? Of meeting someone who seems to get us. They didn't choose you for love. They targeted you for control, a spark to ignite their endless need for admiration. What do narcissists gain from mirroring your desires? Is this really the soulmate you believed you'd found? Or a manipulator cloaked in your own dreams? When you poured out your heart, your love for art, your drive for change, your quiet hopes, the narcissist didn't just listen. They reflected you, like a prism bending light to mimic your colors. You spoke of adventure. They became explorers. You valued family. They painted themselves as devoted. They mimic. They adapt. They captivate. This isn't connection. It's a heist, a subtle theft, a cunning siphon of your essence, a silent plundering of your soul. They saw when you lit up. They saw when you trusted. They saw when you believed. And oh, how you felt it, that warmth of being seen, of finding someone who shares your soul, who hasn't craved that sense of belonging, that perfect harmony. But here's the truth. They weren't bonding with you. They were crafting a lure to pull you into their orbit. By mirroring your desires, narcissists gain your trust, binding you to their manipulation with a counterfeit connection. What happens when a narcissist promises to fix your problems? Have you ever leaned on someone who seemed to hold the answers to your struggles, only to feel more lost as you bared your soul, your doubts, your fears, your unhealed wounds? The narcissist didn't just nod. They dangled a lifeline. They vowed to ease your burdens, to guide you to success, to heal your heart. They promise, they assure, they entice. This isn't care. It's a trap, a polished lure, a golden hook, a gilded cage dressed as salvation. They claimed they'd solve your problems, boost your spirit, light your path forward. You've felt that flicker of hope, haven't you? That desperate wish for someone to make life easier. We've all longed for a savior in our weakest moments, haven't we? But they're promises. They're a mirage, a fleeting shimmer designed to chain you to their will by offering to fix your life. Narcissists don't empower you. They enslave you, making you dependent on their hollow light while they tighten their grip. Why do narcissists need to keep you under their control? Have you ever felt like you're drowning in someone else's story, unsure how you lost yourself? The narcissist's plan wasn't just to hook you. It was to hold you captive. They flatter, they manipulate, they dominate. From that first encounter, they weren't building a relationship. They were erecting a stage, casting you as their devoted follower. They tracked when you doubted. They tracked when you leaned in. They tracked when you stayed. Every kind word, every shared moment, every grand gesture. It was a move to deepen your loyalty. This isn't love. It's a performance, a relentless act, a calculated script, a cold campaign to keep you tethered. You've sensed that unease, haven't you? That whisper that their affection feels too rehearsed. They need you under their control because your devotion, your pain, your admiration, it fuels their fragile ego. Without you, their charade collapses. But here's the key. You're not their prop. Seeing their tactics, those stage smiles, those empty vows, lets you step off their stage and rewrite your own narrative. What happens when you spot the narcissist's manipulation tactics? Have you ever caught a flicker of someone's true intentions and felt your trust crumble? As you started noticing the cracks, their irritation when you questioned them, their coldness when you didn't comply, the narcissist began to crack. They deflect, they twist, they accuse, they sensed when you wavered. They sensed when you resisted. They sensed when you awakened. This isn't a relationship faltering. It's a castle under siege, a frantic scramble, a desperate bid, a crumbling fortress of lies. You felt that chill, haven't you? That moment when their charm felt hollow. We've all had that sinking realization, haven't we? That something isn't right. When you spot their manipulation tactics, they double down, amplifying their flattery, spinning your doubts to make you question yourself. But this is your strength rising. By recognizing their patterns, those scripted lines, those calculated gestures, you begin to dismantle their power. Trust your gut. Challenge their lies. Hold fast to your reality. You're not lost. You're finding your way. What do you gain by breaking free from narcissistic abuse? Have you ever dreamed of shedding the weight of someone else's control and breathing freely again? The narcissist's hold on you is a fragile illusion, a tower of lies built on your trust. They seduce, they deceive, they imprison, but you are not their captive. From the moment they targeted you, they counted on your hope, your kindness. They counted when you trusted. They counted when you forgave. They counted when you lingered, but now you see it. Their charm is a mask, their promises a snare, their love a charade. We've all fallen for someone who seemed like the answer, only to realize they were the problem, haven't we? The truth is your weapon. Name their tactics. Reject their lies. Walk away. You don't need their approval. You carry your own value. Set boundaries. Reclaim your voice. Step into your own power. Breaking free from narcissistic abuse gives you back your life, your freedom, your light. Why can you heal after narcissistic manipulation? Are you ready to rebuild the life you deserve? Free from the narcissist's shadow, the scars they left, the doubts, the confusion, the self-blame. They feel heavy, don't they? But here's the hope they can't steal. You are stronger than their manipulation. They schemed, they controlled, they wounded, but you are not defined by their actions. They hurt when you questioned. They hurt when you resisted. They hurt when you survived. This isn't the end of your story. It's a new beginning. A phoenix rising. A journey back to yourself. A rebirth from their ashes. You've felt that quiet spark of resilience, haven't you? That inner voice whispering you're still here. We've all carried wounds but found the strength to heal, haven't we? Healing from narcissistic manipulation starts with seeing their game for what it is. A desperate bid to dim your light. Embrace your truth. Seek support. Rebuild your boundaries. You don't need their validation. You hold your own worth. Step forward. Heal your heart. Reclaim your future. You are enough. Now and always. And remember, you can and you will heal. Just start today. Thank you.